back, Degenerates. I'm Rashard 90302 with Mike G and Jay Meso.
Yo.
We back for the 4th of July special. Basically about to recap what's been going on with the NBA, this baseball. My man Mace's been on the hot streak and just everything in and around sports. Fellas, what's been going on? How y'all been?
You know me, man. I'm always good, dog. It's good to be back. Another week, another dollar. It's 4th of July tomorrow, man. It's 4th of July special, man. Happy 4th of July, everybody out there,
Happy
man.
4th to everybody.
You know, man. Eat some good barbecue. Be safe. Watch some fireworks. Enjoy your time with your friends and family, man. That's all I can say, dog.
All right. What's up with you, Mace? What's been going on? I heard you've been on a bit of a hot streak. We'll get to it later.
Same old. We get into the details more in the segment. Hey, I'll say it before, I'll say it again. Baseball is the one. You watching us for the basketball and the football, but baseball is the one.
And it's funny because I've been telling my man that football party was going to be our coming out party, but he did say a couple of months ago that baseball is the way to go.
Yeah, low key.
I may be drunk before the party starts, is what I'm trying to tell you. Let's see.
Hey, yeah, as I'm following baseball more and more, I'm starting to see it's the one too.
It's the one?
It's the one, man. 10, 14 games a day. I mean, it's just, the menu is so...
But you can't get sucked in to take it along.
Yeah, that's true too. I'm just saying, as far as games-wise, you figure football is 250 games in a season, but baseball is 2,400. So you figure.
And there's so many different variables in baseball for shit you can bet on too.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So like I was saying, I've been riding this Dodgers hot streak. With baseball, with these streaks, you don't know when it's going to end, when they're going to get off the merry-go-round, but, I mean, if 12 out of 15 picks have hit on the Dodgers, why aren't you on the Dodgers, right? I mean, that's the whole point, is to treat this like an investment, catch good teams when they're on a streak up, and catch the bad teams when they're on a streak down. I mean, today alone, we had a good day based largely on teams that are good early in the season, going back home, getting some home cooking, and knocking the ball out of the park. So I was on Rockies today, on Twins today. I mean, again, I didn't even spot nothing early in the day. It was more so just looking for the best time to take what you think is a game that lines up with what you like to look for. So it doesn't matter all the other games that would have hit, could have hit, should have hit. The things that I keyed in on for this week were going to be Rockies. And they were going to be going against the Angels because they were world beaters the last week and a half. They took a bunch of games from the Yankees and Dodgers. And I saw that 10-0 from Seattle on Friday, and I said, fuck the Angels. So I think they fall back down to reality the next 5-6 games. So again, if you wanted my buy or sell notice, I would say get off of the Angels. If you've been riding them like a little homer that you are, get off the Angels. Stick with the Nationals, stick with the Dodgers, stick with the Rockies. I mean, I'm anxious to bet the Dodgers the next 3 games because they do have Arizona that can create some real separation. And Greinke's not up for any of those games. Greinke's on the 4th game, which is against somebody else. So if I can get Kershaw on the mound, Wood on the mound, and then maybe not bet on Ryu, because Ryu, you just do for L's. He's the guy who catches all the L's. Then yeah, I love those 2 picks. Again, you're just trying to find value, right? So how do I pick between money lines and run lines? What I realized, I don't like a money line at -120, -130. It's a little bit too low. It's too even of an odd. Vegas is trying to trick me. Now, I don't want to necessarily take it at 200 either, 210, 220, because now I have to win 2 games to get my money back if I lose that one. -150, 160 is your perfect odds, whether it's the money line or the run line. And you're just looking at why is Vegas setting it either way to try to push me one way or the other. Why don't they want me on the run line? Or why is the odds so high on the other team covering the run line? You got to just evaluate it. And if you don't know, you don't know. Don't bet it. Just say, I'll watch this game for next time. Because, again, chances are you have the right pick in the series. You just have the wrong game in the series. Right? So that's the thing to think about with baseball. Baseball is not a day, every day of games. It is series after series after series. 3 games, 3 games, 4 games, 4 games, 3 games. Who's going to win 2 out of 3? Who's not going to sweep?
Right.
Vegas Dave whole logic was based on picking the teams who won't get swept and telling you when to double and triple up. We don't need to go into that type of betting scheme, but picking out who's not going to get swept will always suit you right. So watch the odds, try to balance out, catch me early in the day so you can take my picks. I went 4 out of 5 today. I went 2 out of 3 yesterday, or 3 out of 4 yesterday, and 2 out of 3 the day before that. I think you should be eating 12 out of 15 this week, and I don't know why you're not. So just something to keep in mind.
Us, get in the DMs, email us, on IG, Smart Degenerates at Gmail. Feel free to contact us for your baseball picks. We will be posting more. I know we haven't been posting many baseball picks, but we got more coming to you. Don't worry.
Most definitely.
Again, go wait 2 more weeks. You have All-Star break coming up. All-Star game is next Monday, the 11th, in Florida. Mm-hmm. So to right now, Marlins are probably going to lose every game from now to the All-Star break.
Why you feel like that?
Because when they stink, they are great for an overbet, though, depending on what team they're going up against, because they do put up runs. But they're not good, and usually if you're not good and you're hosting the All-Star break, you're just waiting for it to be over. Like, can we just get to the break already? So you're not going to go the extra mile, make the extra hit, make the extra play. You're already out of the running for anything important.
So it's all 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
You probably have nobody.
1, 2, 3.
You're already in Florida, so you can just go down to South Beach.
1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3 South Beach. You know what I mean?
1, 2, 3 live.
1, 2, 3 live. Catch me out there with the folks. I just don't like them. And thing I'll give you advice for, a week from now, second half, it always switches. Everything you thought you knew about teams is out the window. The hot streak they were on is out the window. So now, just look for teams that are streaking up. So I had Giants as a team that might make a little bit of noise for the next kind of month or so.
I don't like Giants.
I get it.
Fucking last.
This is just what I do.
They're in last place.
Hey, he told you, they're in last place. I like them over the next month. I'm not saying they're going to jump and win 20 games straight. I just like them to, what am I trying to hit? 60%. I like them to win 60% of their games.
What makes you, I don't know anything to be questioning you, but what makes you feel like that?
I just think that they had a bad break to start the season. I think a lot of our good teams that look good early are already balanced out. So I think if you look at the American League, you got a bunch of teams sitting right at 40 and 40, 41 and 40, 37 and 45, 45 and 37. They're all one series away from being number one in that whole side of the division or that league. So I think the Giants are a team that can pick up a little bit of action on some of them, especially with the heat wave during the summer. I think that they showed something against Colorado. So again, Colorado is starting to bear out as a home team only.
They did sweep Colorado.
Yeah, that little ass fucking ballpark and they pitching staff. I don't know too much, but I've been just noticing that.
And they're at Mile High Stadium. They got the same thing the Nuggets got, same thing Broncos got. When now we're playing baseball, got the same advantage. So
they have by comparison to the MLB field, they have, if not the shortest field in the MLB, one of them.
And the air is thinner, so the ball.
That ball is traveling the pilot.
So, it's just little nuances you want to look at. Ballparks, who's hot, who's not, things like that. We're considering baseball.
Don't bet every team. Pick 5 teams that you really, really like that you want to watch, and watch them. And truly watch them. Know their pitching staff. Know who's next in the rotation. Know who's on short rest. Know who's the relief pitcher, because your starting pitcher that you're looking at ESPN and making your picks off of, he's gone about the 6th inning.
Yeah, 6, 7 inning, he's gone.
There's 3 more innings that have to happen.
Yeah.
And if their reliever pitcher is not good,
it'll be 0-0 the whole game. Then he gets in and gives up 4 runs. You'll be like, what the fuck?
Don't even look at just the pitcher's record, because if they tie it up going out, those are no decisions that you don't even see reflected in the record. Your boy could have lost. Everything begs for more research. ERA could be 3.0. He's only giving up 3 runs, on average when he's out there. But that average could be inflated or deflated based on one good game or one bad game. If he was averaging 2 runs a game and then had a 10-shotter, that's going to make his ERA look trash, but he's probably a good pitcher. Chances are it's not going to happen again. Right. Stay off the rookie pitch. It's basic stuff, but everything matters just a little bit in baseball, and it's the best one to calculate the odds on. It's the best one that bears out over time if you're picking correctly.
Right. So way more games.
What was the record I quoted you earlier? Last 3 weeks? 24 out of 38?
24 to 38. So 24 to 14?
63%.
63%.
So if you kept your odds right,
63%, you're fucking rich.
Hey, I will
All
take
my niggas
13%
is
return on
drinking
investment
Kool-Aid.
every time. What else, guys? Is that all? Is all we want to kind of wrap up on? So I know we didn't get into depth about baseball. These are just ideas and spitballs, but I'll be trying to have a little section about baseball every episode going forward. Just kind of giving you guys what to watch, what to see.
And some of these predictions about to go live. Yeah.
Live.
Let's been fucking smacking out here.
Word. So last thing before we wrap up, man. I think we should talk about
What's up with the no chase rule?
chasing as our gambling
Future told you to chase a check, but
Hey,
it's not always good to chase that check.
103, man. We're gonna talk about chasing, man, and what it does to a person's psyche, how
Bankroll.
it affects your bankroll, how it
The
affects
trickle
your
down
week.
effect.
You
The
know.
butterfly effect.
Like catch you at
So-
work looking at the wrong stuff now.
So, for those of you who don't know what chasing is a term used often when a person has just lost a bet or two or three or four in a day or a week or however long, and the time is running out for that day or that week, and they feel like they must bet. It's called a chase bet. A chase the end of the night, end of the week to try to make some of your money back. But
It's usually a big bet when you're chasing,
and
right?
it's usually a big bet. It's usually a bet you don't even like. It's just the last fucking game on for the week or for the day. And you want to get some of your bread back. So you force a pick on this last game of the day or last week called a chase. And 9 times out of 10 it probably goes wrong for you. Sometimes it goes right. But most of the time you didn't even like that game. You're just picking it just because it was the last game. You know, Sunday Night Football is the prime example of the chase game. People watch football all day, bet on all games all day, whether you're up or down. If you're down, you're for sure going to chase the Sunday night game, chase the Monday night game, just so you don't have to pay your bookie. You know, most bookies do Monday to Sunday cutoff, and come Sunday night, you could be down. You know, you're down 200. You don't want to pay anything, so you put 200 on the last game. What happens? You fucking lose, and now you're fucking down
You're
400.
fucking down.
And you didn't have to be down 400. Just eat the 200 loss and go on to the next day and continue betting on par. That's why we say bookies are cool, but you're better off on an online site because there's no cutoff. You can continuously bet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know, you just have to make your deposits and keep going. But, you know, again, that's just what a chase is. How do you guys feel about chasing, man?
Chasing, I mean, just pick back off what you said. You can't, I mean, we can say till we blue in the face and never chase, but it's different scenarios, different
Everybody
experiences.
chases. I chase, he chase. We all chase. We've all been there before.
We are degenerates.
It's a
We're
part
gonna
of
chase.
gambling, and especially
it's a part
if
of
you've
being
been
a
down.
degenerate, but we gotta be smart degenerates when it comes to chasing. We can't chase. You know, I wanted to talk about this tonight because I was just caught victim of it. Was it last week or maybe 2 weeks ago? Approaching Sunday night, looking at the tab for the week, forced the Sunday night bet. I actually hit it, but I will say I didn't do any research. It was just throwing shit at the wall and it fucking hit. And during the game when it looked like it wasn't going, I'm like, man, why did I fucking chase? Why did I do this? And it's just something we all do. You know, you just can't help it. No one likes to pay their bookie at the end of the week.
I want to quote something
I
that you
wouldn't know
sent
what
us.
that's like at the moment.
You sent us this quote real quick. You said, never make a bet on one day that imperils your ability to exist the next day.
Right.
Not to bet the next day, to
Right.
exist.
Don't knock yourself.
Pay your rent.
completely
Right.
Pay your
out.
bills.
Yeah, you gotta.
Pay that fucking car note.
Yeah.
Don't go outside with a boot on your shit 'cause you thought. Nah,
Hey,
man.
But again, what's the rule? 5% of your bankroll.
5% of your bankroll.
I don't care if you caught 4 L's. I'll tell you, true story. I went 10-2, then went 2-9, then went 12-15, or 12-3. So had I gone crazy with unit amounts, I could have wrecked myself the week that I went 2 for 9. Because really, was it the week I went 2 for 9, or is it just 2 bad days? But you keep the units about the same, so that you let your good picks win out over time. So in the last 3 weeks, I'm up 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 units if I did the numbers all the way out. That's all that matters, is my units that I'm up over time. And if I were to really go back and look at the picks I took 2 for 9 on, that comes from reaching. That comes from taking 5 and 6 games on the same day. look at the board tomorrow. Look at all the games you like. Then think about it. Then start whittling out teams. Start crossing them off. I like these games and this game, and that's it. If your last game of the day is the best one, then it's the best one. And if you lose it, you only lost one unit. You didn't lose everything trying to cover for all these other games you took. And it's just, again, something you said earlier, you were looking at your tab for the week, and that's why you started chasing on the Sunday night, and you hit, but now you've created a positive memory of a bad action.
And that's exactly what I want to chime in.
Because it's not going to pan out every time like that.
Overrun? No way.
Just like he said, he didn't do research, he thirstily bet. That's like making a bad shot. Like, you don't want to lean on that, you don't want to get a notch on your belt with that because, you did, the right outcome happened, but you didn't do the right thing. Another form of chasing, I call it reverse chasing, is say for instance you're up and you do what he did. You chase that last game. You don't do as much research. You're making impulse bets because you're trying to get heat check. Exactly, a heat check. Or you might be up 600-700 on the bookie and you're like, gotta get to 1,000. Chasing the number. Slow paper is better than no paper. I'm not even gonna sit up here and act like I don't, or I apply that all the time, but I've been in too many cases where I've been up 400, 500, 600 on the bookie, end up only being up 150 because I'm trying to be too greedy. Like he said, it may not be a game you're knowledgeable of, or a game that's
the last game on.
It's the last game on. Like you don't go bet that I'm gonna just throw out some teams, the Jaguars against the Browns, because you're trying to get to 1,200 and you up 800. I understand that, but get your cash.
I mean, chasing while you up is not really chasing.
It is though, because if you're doing units or if you got a certain way you're trying to build your bank.
You're chasing a number, but you're not. You're not chasing as far as being down.
There is no weekly total. There is no monthly number.
You being up 700 on that Sunday, losing the 4, cashing up 3, that could trickle into something else you did. So it's like, why not just be up 7, take it out? Like
that shit, it is a weekly number when you're dealing with a bookie.
Not if you don't expect the money back every week that way.
I mean, but
that's how you have to look at it. If you're starting off broke, you start with $50 and you build up to 50. As long as you're trying to live off the gambling money in the moment, you're gonna lose because you're always gonna need $100 back, and that's just the reality. You gotta build it before you spend it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just the thing with
your book won't hold it for you.
That's just with the book, man. Hell no, you don't want the book to hold it for you anyway. It's a book. Who knows how long it's gonna be open? And that's just the thing with dealing with a book. You know, it is a weekly number. Because whether you're up or down at the end of the week, your book is going to send you that number, and he's going to say, I either owe you this or you owe me that. So, and then people get caught up in that, and like, damn, I owe this nigga 400, I don't want to owe him shit. And so you bet another 200 on the game you didn't like it and shit. Now you owe 600.
So all the more reason to get online then. If that's your problem, you have to get online.
Online Vegas, or put the money up front.
Any event that you are chasing, have that talk. You're not crazy for having to talk with yourself. But you have to, because when you chase, you always think about, okay, if I hit. But literally just sit down for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and just breathe and just simulate the feeling of if I lost this and how would I feel after that.
And let me not to cut you off.
No, you good.
You don't need to chase really. I mean, because no matter what,
there's always more action.
Always more action. It's 14 games a day in baseball. There's no need to chase.
That was going to be my point about the week.
There's no need to chase really. Tomorrow is going to be more games. Even with basketball, season's over now, but the season is going to start back in October. There's going to be more basketball. There's going to be more football. There's going to be more baseball. No sport is over. It's never over. It's going to continue on. Good.
I had those 2 bad days. I took 2 days off and just watched the games and the spreads, just to kind of reassess where I'm at. And I've gone on a tear since then.
Discipline.
But it takes you being able to say, fuck today, I'm not going to take it. I'm not. You're like MJ dunking on somebody, the greatest of basketball.
Alright.
Take 4.
Welcome back to another edition of Smart Degenerates. I'm your boy